Hi everyone, I'm Kathleen Alcala, Paper Crafter. Thank you for joining me. I'm still on my cleaning and decluttering. On the side, I am actually continuing working on this one journal that I thought I hated, but I actually kind of liked, so now I've been working on that. What I want to do is go through my authentic ephemera versus stuff that's been printed like that, and just start sorting out. I have piles and piles like this, and I want to get through them. So this is clearly not authentic. So I'm just going to put that on the side. This is something that could be considered authentic. This money is authentic. This, cute as it is not. Yes, it is a postcard, an old letter card. This is a time card thing. It's not really old, but isn't it cute? So I'm going to put it with the other ephemera that's not vintage. So these are all vintage pieces right here. It's old letter. I'm actually going to separate my letters. I like those to be separated out. I use them quite often, so I'm going to put them to the side. Here's old photographs. For now, I'm just piling all the old stuff together, the letters together. Excuse my dog, she's barking in the back. This, I don't necessarily think it's really old. I think it was just a cute envelope, so I'm putting it there. That's vintage. That is not vintage, but it is cute. This is vintage. Vintage photo. Cards. Envelope. I put the envelopes with my letter pile. Vintage here. Envelopes will go with my letters. This is a whole pile of envelopes, so I'll put those there. These are not old. Cute, but not old. I don't know. This is probably older because it's on double-sided and has the cute images. These kind of things are old. That will go with authentic. Postcards. I think I'm going to put the postcards separately as well. I'm going to have those live right next to here. Old receipts, tickets. I'm not sure what this is. It looks like old checks, so those can live there. A letter, envelope, I should say. This is actually wallpaper, or not wallpaper, but paper. Like this is Florence, from Florence. But it's not vintage, so it's going to be with the other stuff. This isn't really vintage. I'm putting it there. Old the envelope, isn't that cute? I'm going to put the old envelope with the letters. That's new. Old. This is definitely old. These are tea bags. These are from me, so those are not old. And some old paper. Oh, that feels cool. This is an old. Ooh, look at it. Cellophane bag. Really old. It's all crinkled. I'm going to have it with the envelopes. Old papers and books. Can all go together. Record keeping. Postcards. Those can go with the old postcards. Paper. Old scary looking paper. This is old. There. Old. And I'm going to guess probably this whole thing is old, but honestly, I don't know if I necessarily want all of what I'm seeing. So let's just take it out of that bag. Can do with that. I'm not going to ever use, I don't think I'd ever use this image. I can't think of any reason I'd use it. That's probably going to go to get rid of or donate. Those look like coffins. Okay, never going to use that. I don't know. I guess I could possibly use the man. Book paper. I could use that image. I don't know if I'd ever use that. I think I might put it in the get rid of. That's a pretty scene. I might use that. Definitely not going to use that. You know, I crack up when you buy packs of stuff from people, you know, like it says ephemera old paper and they give you stuff that's like clearly, who the heck is going to use that, right? Not going to use it. I could use that. That. No, probably not that either. That looks kind of scary, like a lady's running from with her kid. I don't think I'd use that. Possibly that. Ads, yes. Pieces of old magazine or papers, yes. I'm going to keep. Old advertisements. Titles, reviews, I'll use. That I'm not going to use. I wouldn't use it for the images, but the paper itself could be cool to use. I don't need that. Look at that. I don't need that. Would I use that image? Possibly. I don't know when, but you never know. I don't need that. This paper is kind of on the shiny side. I'm not a fan of the shiny, so I'm not going to use it. Take that. Old paper. No reason to keep that. This is nice. I like the paper, the old papers that just have different writing on it. It's nice for background. I love the different colors. Just like, look at, just in that pile, the different colors, textures, fonts, right? These I could probably use because they're pretty old paper. That I love that faded look. This one's not so much. This is handwriting, yes. Yes, for the handwriting. Receipts. Ledgers, pieces of ledgers. Type pages, yes. Music notes are always good. That's pretty handwriting. A little bit of pretty handwriting, but pretty blue paper. I like the map. This is nice paper. I like this old paper. This is old paper. Like that, like a receipt of some sort. Like that. Old music notes. Keep it. All this old stuff I want to keep. I can't really see myself necessarily using numbers, but for some reason they may be useful. That's pretty. Probably wouldn't use that. Maybe. This definite. Toilet paper roll. I was going to make it for a little journal. This might be the cover for the little gratitude journal I want to make, so I'm going to keep that. Little images. Just a new envelope. Don't know why a new envelope is here. I guess I could save these. This one's not as new. I'll put it with the envelopes, right? This is definitely new. I've always liked this back of this book cover. I don't know why. New. Pretty sure it's new. It's hard with cardboard. Maybe it's not new. I actually think this is an actual, unless it got mounted, but I'm going to put it, here's a letter. Taylor Swift, definitely not new. Photo, baby photo. Postcard, we'll live with the postcards. It's going to live with the postcards. Look how cool this is. Best quality. Are these needles? There are needles inside. Cool as that. I'm going to keep that there. Love the writing. Keep that. Another letter. Ooh, postcard Valentine. Oh, these are all postcards. More postcards. Paper. Paper. Correspondence. Ooh, it feels heavy. Ooh, a lot of correspondence in there. That's so cool when you think about it, that people save their letters. People don't even write letters anymore. I used to be a letter writer. I'm not going to use that. That image is beautiful. I'll keep that. I love that image too. I'll keep that. Definitely, yes. This is wallpaper. Wallpaper, wallpaper. Now I have a spot for wallpaper. Let me get some more stuff. Hold on. I piled high. More. So these are little pieces of paper I'm going to keep. Image of a bird I like. That's new. It's going over on the new side. Correspondence I'm keeping. I don't necessarily like this. This will go. This has potential. It's a castle. That's definitely a new image. I don't necessarily care for it. That will go. Photo I'll keep. Lettuce and onion. I guess it was an advertisement. I'll keep. Pretty images and colors, but I won't use it. I'm trying to declutter, you guys, so if you see me being quick about stuff, that's why I want to get rid of stuff I don't think I'm going to ever use. Embroidery, I love that. It's how cute. Old kid stuff, probably use that. Book papers. I got like a million book papers. No, I'm not going to keep that. Like old paper. Dictionary, I won't keep. No. Nice. Some of it you can't tell. It's just a texture that I don't want it. Images. Postcard, postcard, playing card, postcard. That I would never use. Correspondence. Never use that. Gross. Bugs. I kind of like this old ad. That's kind of cute, maybe. I don't think I'd use that either. Now, here's a bag of these really cool old bags. They're different. They're triangle bags, right? I know I have more bags, so I'm going to set this to the side because I know I have bags that will be coming up. Now, this, it looks like these were images that I already I was trying to sort. So that I'm going to leave in there, and maybe when I can, I'll sort more images. But these are another old images that should actually be in this bag, right? I'm going to stick that in there. Cute. I'm going to put that with this bag here. The old images. Same thing with this. Old images. Alrighty. Look at all this in here. I have no idea what's all in here. The old cards, I want to separate those out too. I'm going to just put it to my side. Look at the old green stamp. Oh my gosh, that is really old. I'm not sure how I'd use, look at this, how pretty. I'm not sure how I'd use this. I'm also not sure how to categorize some of this stuff, right? That's beautiful. Maybe these will go in the, look at this little book. Oh, that's my niece, Caitlin. She was such a beautiful young lady. That was Easter. Oh, Caitlin. These seem like advertisements. This is like one of those cards. Paper receipts can go there. Honestly, I'm not sure how to categorize all this, you guys. The Louvre. I don't know if I'll ever use this. I used to buy from Petite Papier. I haven't in a very long time. She has such good packages. Really good packages. I just stopped buying because I had so much. And I also stopped buying because the tariffs that got put into place. She's from France. I just didn't want to, you know, pay $1,000 for shipping. No, it's not really $1,000, but you know what I mean. So I'm trying to put these little things. This is new. That's not going into the old. All these different, like, stuff. Correspondence, old paper. What is this? This looks like a laboratory thing. This would be pretty to use. This is paper. It feels really cold too. Let me see if I have any more bags. For now, I'm going to use one of these bags. I'm going to put all of these kind of things in. Paper is keeping, oh, another one. I'll get that. Oh, the card, pretty, right? Keeping that to the side. 48th reunion. I don't know if I can use that, but I'll keep it. Kid bag. Kid, cute, huh? New Mexico postcards. Old giant playing cards, not new. I mean, it's not old. That's cute. A kid book. Receipts. Old postcards. More receipts. Checks. These aren't really old. I'm putting those in there. Pretty cool envelope. Little music note. Keep. Gonna get rid of that. That was part of a book. And these are some die cuts, which I'm just gonna put to the side. This is such a beautiful piece of paper. Oh my gosh, I love that. Love that. See, this is one of those bags I was talking about. Look at, it's like a funnel bag. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to put it with my bag so that I have over here. See, with these cool bags, that will live in there. That's not new. Really look at the advertising. Pretty, huh? See, now we're looking at some really big pieces. Really big. I probably got these from Petite Papier. Really beautiful pieces of, looks like music sheets. I'd never know what to do with stuff. Bags, cool bags. That will go with the other bags. Let me just pop that into the bag holder. Oh, look at bobby pins. Ha! How cool is that? I love that. That's going to, I've talked about this probably like the last 3 years. I want to do a journal on fashion. That will go with my fashion stuff. One day, guys, here's more of those cool, strange bags. See if I can get those in there. This is a fabric bag. There was this lady that was selling bags, and I bought them from her. I can't remember what country she was from. I stopped buying from her because, I don't know, it started turning a little bit odd. I don't know, it was weird. She wouldn't send it for a really long time. In fact, you know what? I think I bought a really large purchase from this one woman. I never got it. That was probably like 2 years ago. I just had a flash. She was not doing well. She was sick or something. Gosh, I don't even know if I remember who it is. It was so long ago. Huh. old buttons. So that's going to live with all the, I have a whole sewing notion section. Wow, look at this, is really old. Now this is from like a scrapbook, an original. Clearly I'm not going to take that out of this holder. It's a good holder for it. Music notes. Cute. Cute, big, like a child. I'll just put it in there for now. No, I think these are stuff that I printed. Cowgirl. And these are just empty. This was an attempt. That's pretty though, right? I like it. I'll use that. That will, so that's gonna go for my own stash stuff. It's not antique. Here's another one of those fabric sewing bags. That will go in my bag stash. Okay. This is like a book. Oh, look at. Ooh, look at this book, guys. I didn't even know I had that. This is why I'm sorting right now. Is why. Because I don't know what I have. Oh, look at. I can totally use those. It's beautiful writing. That gorgeous. Look at that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Stuff is huge. Huge, huge, huge. Look how cute. Is that not cute? Gosh, I don't know what to do with this stuff. Correspondence. Oh, that is sweet. I need to put that image in another one of those bags. Hold on, everything's starting to fall over here. Here's a bag pile. Since these are kind of like fabric, I'm actually not really sure what to do with that bag. It's a mystery. I'll put this to the side. This is delicate. I'm afraid it's going to ruin. I'm just going to put it to the side. And I'm going to... My die cuts can go to the side. I'm just going to put these bags to my side so they won't fall. I love that. I'm not sure quite where to stash that. Here's a bunch of other stuff. The mysterious McCarthy for President, 1968. That's so cool. That's not old, but it's cool. Postcard. Look how cute that is. Bon ami. Okay, I'm going to move all this that I don't want out of here. I don't know if anyone would want this, honestly. Probably crap to some people. I think I'm just going to put it in the recycling. I don't think anyone's going to want that. How cute. Looks like a creature got to this. A card, playing card. Report. Oh, report card. Cute as that. Playing card, not old. Postcard. Receipts. Those are definitely old. Some kind of advertisement. Joker. Correspondence. Ooh, old paper. Oh, my paper dolls. I want to be careful with those. I love paper dolls, you guys. I think I've mentioned it before. I collect them. Okay. This looks like paper that's literally so brittle. Look at it's literally falling apart. I'm not taking it out of this because look at, you can see it's so fragile. It looks like a pattern. I'm not sure how I can even use this if it's that fragile. Here's a correspondence. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how I can use that. I wish I'd have to glue it flat. It could be the background maybe or something. These look like there might all be correspondence in here. If so, maybe I'll turn this bag into the... Don't you love these little envelopes? Yeah, these are all correspondence. So I would buy from people who are selling envelopes. It didn't have to be a letter inside because I like these for pockets. I like to decorate these as well. I think I've had some videos where I do that. So this bag appears to be letters, so that's what's going to stay. Let me gather up these correspondence here. Falling. And let's put those in here too. So we have a place. I think if you have a home for everything, it will help be more organized. Like you just know that's where that goes back. You know that's where it lives. All this goes in here. Okay, see how full that is? But it's all separated, right? Here's that other image. These look like their first day postcards. Let's open this up. I don't really know what's in here. These are, yeah, like you could mail these. Wow, I got a lot of these, you guys. Look at how many of these I have. That's wild. Not sure where I got these. Look at all these. Myrtle Beach. Oh, wow, look at these. That's really cool. Not sure. I think I remember when me and my siblings were looking at these. Some of these were worth quite a bit of money. I honestly don't know what to do with them. That's pretty cool though, right? With these, I don't know what to do with. I just don't know what to do with this stuff. I don't know where this should live. Should it live in postcards? Does it live? Where does it live? Maybe that's why it's on a baggie all by itself, because I just don't know what to do with it. Oy. Okay, I like this paper. It feels like rag. This definitely with the advertisements, for sure. Images, that's very brittle. The old shoes. What is this? Some of these lithographic images can be really weird. I don't know if any of you guys noticed that, but some of it's like weirdo. Oh, look how cool that is. Telegram. Old postcard. I'll save that. Could use that image, possibly. I don't know. Possibly. I like that. If this is living in this thing, I bet you it's fragile as the dickens. It looks like it's just a piece of paper. I guess the old writing is, I don't know why it's in that. Oh, I love birds. I love that. I can use that. It's like just some kind of receipt. I don't know why. Oh, something was in this. I took it out. It was lace that was in this pretty. I wanted to use the board. These are all advertisements. I got these from a lady I had ordered, kind of this large order from her. I was a little disappointed, honestly, because she gave me a lot of the same thing. Clearly, what am I going to do with all of these, right? Ooh, it's ripping because it's what it's on. You know I don't care that much if it's ripping. I'm okay with it. So it was sent in this kind of a folder thing. But, yeah, I was a little disappointed. You know, that's not my style. Owl thing. Maybe Halloween that will work. This is an old newspaper or magazine that I'll use. So this pile is such a random hodgepodge of stuff in here. This needs to be sorted now. Like from old paper to anything with an image, right? Also like fashion stuff. I really want to separate that out because I love to use the images for fashion. So I kind of feel like this big pile right here is a little too much and should be separated out. Like these kinds of things shouldn't live with this. You know what I mean? And that shouldn't live with paper, right? Because how is that connected to just a piece of paper? It's not. That's my dilemma. I have so much. You guys, I got a lot more than this. That's part of my freak out. I'm drinking root beer as we talk. So for now, I'm going to, I know I have a home for my postcards already. I know where that is. I'm just going to pop the postcards over with all the other postcards. It's right behind me in this little, I think it used to belong to like a post office or something, or some held records. But I put my postcards in the drawers. I open up the drawers and put them in there. So I know they live there. I also have other places where they live, but that's my one area. So now for this is all modern stuff. It's not old stuff I like, but it's not old. I don't want it to be in the old stuff. I want there to be a difference of antique versus new. And I love new. It's not like I'm saying I don't like it. I'm just wanting to be, I want to separate my stuff. I think I might put these things. No, that's the new things. I want to put these things like that in here. This bag is totally ripped up, but at least let me get some of the things that are not book print pages. I want to separate that out real quick. So all these, see, this is pretty. They're in their own right? Like, isn't that pretty? But that doesn't belong there. Look at it. Oh my God, you guys, someone wrote a mini letter. Holy moly, is that cute. Oh God, I gotta put that with the correspondences because that's just adorable. So this, like the advertisements can go in that together. All these pieces of paper can live together, right? All this can live in the same, it's all the same to me. For now, I'm not even gonna separate the fashion. I'm just gonna pull out what's not paper. I'm gonna pull that out because it is a telegram. These are like magazines, and eventually I'll separate that out too, but I'm not doing that right at the moment. I just want to get stuff that's not book pages and paper out of here, like this bundle right here. That can live in that bag. And these elf things can live in this bag because it's not paper. There's these souvenir books that I'm not sure where to put. There's that. This is an advertisement. Okay, I'm getting down to the bottom. These are receipts. They can all stay in this pile. That's not a receipt. What page? That can go in there. The union thing. Same with that. That goes in here. That is not even old. That was from one of my journals recently, right? Okay, so we know that this is books and paper and pages that will need to be sorted, but I have a place to start, right? At least I know. I'll put that in there. These little things are gonna go in here too. Little tickets. Hold on, let me move this. Okay, here's now a fresh pile of stuff. Let me move this guy out of the way. And these things that are new are still there. That's going to go in that one bag. Okay, advertisement, yes. I'm going to keep. I'm going to put it on the side. These are probably pictures. Yes, cute picture. I like her. She's actually smiling. What are the odds? So I'm going to put it in that other bag of another photographs. I'm going to separate that bag out too. Oh, here's one of those bags that feels like fabric. That will go into my bag of bags. This is all really old, beautiful paper. Ooh, look at that one, you guys. Isn't that cool? Yikes. I hate to... See, I need to store this stuff better because this is just stacked up inside this basket. It's gonna get totally ruined. So I'm glad I'm doing this sorting. Look at this. It's so cool, it's hard to think how to use this, but if I don't use it with something, then it just will go ruined, right? Just be thrown out. These are all, looks like they're different legal documents or receipts. I don't know. I love that. So here's advertisement that's going to go with that other. I'll make this pile. Look how pretty that picture is. This stuff needs to not live there. Look at that photo. Can you guys see it? Kitty's magazine. Look at how cute the images. I love kid images. Oh, look at, I have a whole entire pack of telegrams. Who would have knew? Who would have thunk it? That. These are definitely to keep. That goes here. This feels like papers. I think I might see some correspondence in here. Look at all of these guys. Receipts. Or documents of some kind. Automobile. Maybe it's when you pay off your automobile you got that. Okay, so that is different than this, right? This is book paper. These seem like they're receipts. I'm going to go ahead and put them back in this bag. I'm really not sure where those are going to live. Oh, look at this image. Wow, that's really pretty. Look at that. Isn't that cute? These are receipts. Another receipt. Oh, these are like photos. Okay, so those will go to the side because those will live. This is definitely not old. Pretty paper. More paper. Bill heads, I guess. Another magazine, or I don't know what you call that. Ooh, this paper is beautiful paper. Look how old that is. That came from a really old book. Okay, so we know this is separating. This is going to be separate. Now here's this big bag of stuff. Let's work on this stuff that's here on the bottom, okay? So I'm going to take these. They're all like this. That lady I bought this stuff from, why would she send me like a whole stack of stuff like that, right? That was a learning lesson. This is not. What am I going to do with this? Really? Seriously? I don't know what to do with that. This is some old wallpaper. I'll move it to the wallpaper. Like, and that's cute. How come I didn't get a stack of this kind? Why would I get Emerald Pay? That doesn't make any sense. That will go here. And look, you have those. Look, I have a whole bag of these things. So in this bag, it looks like it's a lot of new and a lot of old. I'm just going to start taking some of it out. Let's see what's in there, okay? Okay, this is wallpaper. Must be old, especially wrapped. So I'm going to put that with the wallpaper. That was there. This is new. This is Tim Holtz stuff, right? That's going to go back under there. These images, wine, I think they're wine. I'll put that here. This is, looks like, oh, look at an old envelope. Someone turned it into an envelope. That's cute. I don't know, I shouldn't put it in there because it's an envelope. Receipt. Look at Paris. Look at a little catalog. The version of online shopping now, right? Oh, look at, these are sweet old cards. They have like a little, it's like you can fill the little embroidery on there. Isn't that sweet? Those, that needs to live with my cards. Here's, ooh, look how beautiful this envelope is. Oh my God, I love it. This is gonna go with the correspondence. Oh, that should be postcard. Correspondence. These are postcards, look at all this strange postcards. Maybe reminding people of something. This is a piece of wallpaper. Look at Groovy Baby. I guess I'll put that there. I don't know what this is. They're just card pieces of paper. They feel embroidered. Not embroidered, embossed. I don't know what this is. Secret note card sealing instructions. Definitely new, right? Postcard. This is new. Piece of paper. These are blank postcards. I'll put it with the postcards so I know it just where postcards live, right? Envelope, cute. So not new, but that's okay. I'll put it with the correspondence. Not new. After I'm throwing that away because it's kind of blurry. Why am I keeping that? You guys should have seen how much I destashed in my digital images. Oh my gosh. If you turned it sideways, I had about that much I destashed, piled. So you can imagine how much that was. It was a lot. Not new. Not new. Oh, that's pretty to my dear friend. That's not new, but holiday. Soup, salad, sauces, and dressings. Not sure where this should live. I guess I'm going to put it here for now. Let me move this to the postcard section. Let me move this to the this is the correspondence section. These are postcards. Let me move that. Okay, I got some more in that bag I wanted to go through. Okay. These are definitely not new. I don't know. I'll put them with the other new things. This is definitely new. So all this stuff right here is new. All this. I must have been just cleaning my desk and throwing everything in there. I do that, clearly. When I'm tired and I don't feel like dealing with stuff and I want to work on a project, I just throw everything in a bag. Doesn't matter if it's old, new. A lot of this is just old pieces of paper, and that's actually old. That's actually fabric, old fabric. So I'm going to use this bag that I just had here for my new things. This is old. That's new. Old. Look at these. How cool are these? That's going to go into My new, this is new. This is not new. So these are actually, this is new. You can tell new. Look at it. It doesn't look old. When you flip it over, you know it's new. Like that is new. That is definitely old, but looks like something I purchased. Or it looks old anyway. Oh no, you know what? Somebody stamped that to make it look old. These were some fabric images. I'm going to put that in the new. These are all old images. Cute little bag. That one used, I have a bag area. I don't know if there's something. Oh, look at it. Oh my gosh. How delicate. They embossed the bags. It's really cute. Ooh, let's drop all this. This this can't be. It looks like it was actually old and somebody put a crown on that. Because it has a crown, I'm putting it under new. Look how cool this bag is, you guys. That is so cool. I love that bag. These look like little correspondent, little envelopes. Wallpaper. This is wallpaper. This is old. This is probably not that old either, but I'm going to throw it in there because it is a bit older. Just see, this is who I used to buy the stuff from. You guys should look her up. She's on Instagram. Here. You can find her on Instagram. If you're into buying vintage things. This is random. Random. Look at this baby, how cute that is. Probably not new. Oh, that's sweet for my Valentine. That should live with my Valentine stash. This is definitely old. I can feel that the paper is fragile. Really fragile. Old picture. Not old, not old. These are probably out of the 60s. I'll still put it in the old. That's an old label. Not old. Not old. See, look at the backs. Doesn't it look like it though, right? You have to be careful, right? People can really rob you blind if you're not careful. One time I ordered these images. Oh my gosh, you guys. They were actually, someone photocopied them. I paid like $25 for them. That was a long time ago. Look how cute that is. Angel with the kiss. Rogue. Look at that. Whoa, won't that be good for a fashion one? That's so great. I should probably put that. It's not really a postcard though. Look at these old images. Look at that. I love these. I love the backs of these, right? I wish somehow there was a way. You know what you could, I think I could probably do? Like put a piece of, like put it on a page, say, and put 2 little pieces of fabric to hold it so you can flip it over so you can see both sides. Wouldn't that be cool? I like that idea. That looks like something out of the 20s. This is not old. I'm gonna put these. These are cute tickets. Bought those out of, I think at one of those antique fairs. That is not old. That I don't think is old. Put in there. This is something out of the 60s. It looks like postcard. That needs to live with postcards. Take it out of that. I have so many bags, you guys. Wild scene. New. I don't even need that anymore. It's pretty faded. These are new, definitely all new. Look at. New. This is definitely not old. But I love the images. So that's going to go in my new bag. New. This is definitely new. Bonjour. It's a little piece of little tape on there. I probably saved it because the Bonjour wanted to reuse it, so I am going to put it under new. I like the little tape. When people send me stuff, if it's cool and different, I save it. Oh my gosh, I love that image. Wouldn't that be good for the cookbook? This is really pretty wallpaper. Feels very old. I guess when I got this, they had it like this. I actually have a place that I put doilies in. Envelope and book pages can go there. These are little things I printed up. See the angel? I'm going to fold it right in here. I don't know if I'd ever use it, but I might put a little color on it. Oh my God, I love this. This is old. Isn't that cute? It's old paper. Ooh, that's pretty old paper. This is something I printed. See how faint it is? I don't do faint anymore. It has to be bold. That's cute. New, pretty paper. Not sure. Oh, look at these checks. I'll put them with that. Look at this writing. My God. Who could read that? Jeepers. That is so pretty. Oh, look at all these old envelopes, you guys. Look at. I don't know what year they are. But man, they're pretty, aren't they? This is Paris. I don't know, 5506. I don't know what that means. These are so pretty. Look at all these beautiful envelopes. It was hard when I'd buy these on Instagram. They would buy the stuff so fast. I mean, my finger was on the trigger to purchase. It was hard to even get anything because people would buy it so quickly. So if she's still doing business, you've got to be quick about it. These papers are going to live there. Doilies. I'm not sure why I have these little things like that. These are postcards. These are actually genuine Christmas, but I'm putting them in there. Oh, look at that. It's old. So I'm going to put these in the postcards. I have, let's see, I'm going to put this little bag in there. And then I have a doily bag that I keep under my desk in this little holder. So doilies live in there. Look at this little doily that can live in there too. Okay. This is where I have envelopes that are newer. That in there. I'm going to put this in here too because it is an envelope. And these little envelopes can live in there too. Okay. So all of this needs to be moved. I need to get a different bag for all of that. So here's a big bag. I'm going to put this, because it has a good piece of cardboard underneath, there. I'm going to put my telegrams all in there too. These postcards. And I'm going to take all this stuff out of that broken bag, ripped up bag, and put it in here. Until I find a better way to store this stuff, this will have to work. Okay. See how nice that works, all of this. I'm thinking that these are going to live with just the paper, the book and papers. At one point, maybe I can sort the receipts out. But that's not today. That is not today. Okay. So this stuff here, this is garbage because it's ripped. Throw it away. I'm going to move all this to where it's going to be living with all the others that I got. Get another pile, but I think I'm going to call it a day. My dog is crying. She wants out of the craft room. She's not used to being in here anymore, so she gets unhappy now when she's in here. She used to love being in here. It was a happy place. But look at all this I still need to sort through. There's so much. Just so much. This bag got all folded. And I'm going to do that another day, but I won't film it, just so you know. I have all kinds of different things that were at the, all of this, everything you've seen today has been in this one basket. And it's slightly elevated, so it's hard for me to get to, so I don't really know what's in it. So I've just been grabbing it and putting it here. It still has a lot more stuff in there. And this has been driving me, you know, bonkers for not getting this done sooner, because I want to use this stuff. What's the point of having it if you're not using it, right? Makes 0 sense. Anyway, you guys, I pray that you have a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me and joining me in my time of destashing, and also for hanging in there while I get it together. My next video may be the actual journal that I'm working on right now, because I'm almost done with it. And or it might be me continuing to organize. I still have a lot of things. I've gone through all my fabric. I've also gone through a lot, not majority, but a lot of lace. But I have a whole other room that's full of bags of stuff. So I need to get in there. And now I need to also organize my like trinket things, you know, like how I have these little things full of stuff. Well, I have literally like boxes of little stuff. I need to figure that out, because if I can't use it, what's the point of having it if I can bless other people with it? So that's how I look at it. All right, you guys, you just take care of yourself. You have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed week. I pray all good things happen for you. I pray that you get your heart's desire and that you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.